If you don't mind, I'll jump in real quick. I don't think it's about the metric. It's about the song. And I think Ericka said that earlier. It's ultimately about the song. I'm sure, you know, half my A&R meetings are kids bringing me, yo, this TikTok record, this, that. I don't want a TikTok record. I want an artist. I want something who, if they got a record that works on the TikTok format, great. As long as we believe that they could do something else afterwards. So ultimately it's about the song. Then cool, if the numbers or this is happening on top of it, amazing. But at the same time, it comes down to a record.
I think
I'd be interested to get real quick. I'd be interested to get Chelsea's perspective on that, because obviously Colombia has had a lot of success recently with that platform, whether it be Lil Nas X or Arizona Zervis. Like, what is your perspective on it?
You know, I think right now, just kind of going, I didn't really speak with the last question, but I think right now A&R is really important, because you're getting artists that don't, you know, they maybe just started doing music and they have, you know, 2 months, they have this song that goes up, and then you meet with them and they don't have any backup records, you know what I mean? And I think that's the main thing for us, is to help them, introduce them into the industry, how important an engineer is, how important your team is, going back to what Serge said, with your team, but also your team in the studio, and like your producers and who you're gonna like surround yourself with and get the vibe with everybody. Yeah.
I think artist development is just more important than anything now, just because artists aren't able to create music, you know, in their homes now, and you know, they might get a hit record, you know what I'm saying, just fucking around, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. So I think it's like real important for the A&Rs to like really, you know, you gotta identify, you know, all the people that are, you know, doing good on the research. But I think the biggest thing about our jobs now is really developing talent and getting them prepared, you know what I'm saying? Because we've seen a lot of stuff happen in the past 2 years where artists have been, you know, hot records, but it didn't pan out for them to even have an album. So I think, you know what I'm saying, the biggest thing for us is to make sure that we make, you know, complete projects. But, you know, sticking with your gut has always been something that I've been really, you know what I'm saying, focused on, because, you know, you have to really develop talent, you got to believe in it, and you got to have a vision with the artists.
And they gotta take their ass on the road. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these kids, a lot of these artists, they'll put out music and they'll have a moment and be popping and they can't sell tickets. You know, so it's like putting them on supports, or, you know, having them open for other artists, just to build that audience, that organic audience. You know, I can't coin this phrase, but I'm sure we've all heard it before. But you want to, you know, sell 1 million records, you gotta shake 1 million hands and kiss 1 million babies, you know? So you got to kind of be out connecting with people and building that audience at a very grassroots level to have sustainability beyond a moment of virality or one song that shoots up a chart because of a TikTok or because of a thing that happened to, you know, someone posted the song and everyone's talking about it, but they're talking about something else 20 minutes later.
I mean, I think it's important also, listen, you know, whether an artist has numbers or not, like, are they authentic? Like, you want to be able to say that you're proud of the artist you signed and you'll believe they're going to get the record, because it is about the song, but it's also about, do you actually believe in that artist outside of whatever the stats or the numbers? Like, there's nothing wrong with signing something that has some numbers, has some movement, as long as you believe in it. Like, don't just sign something because of the numbers, because when the numbers go away, if you don't believe in the artist, then, you know, it's looking crazy.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's important too to know when to. This is hard for us because a lot of this new generation, they think they know exactly what they want, right? So it's that balance of knowing when to interfere and say something and when to be quiet. I think that's important too. When to know that they know and when to know they don't know. And I think a lot of us, when we're talking at the bar, sometimes you get a little balance. It's like, you know, this guy's going to go off, right? He's going to go shut down versus what I know, you know, what they need to do. So do any of you guys deal with that in your A&R process of knowing when to be quiet and when to say something?
Yeah, I mean, I think with any artist, you know, you got to build a trust with them. So you have to know, you know, when they really want your input, to when they just want to be creative and they're just trying to figure out ideas for songs and, you know, just trying to be in a free creative space. Like I never really try to get too deep into like telling the artist what they should or shouldn't do on a record, but I just give my input, you know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, give reason into why I feel the way I do. But, you know, you always got to have that balance for sure.
Right. Yeah. And the last thing, right, is that I think another art of an A&R, and I know we all can attest to this, is obviously after you sign it, being able to champion it within your marketing department. And I think that's the other art that, you know, the ones that have put those wins on the board are the ones that know how to work those departments and, you know, keeping everyone excited because, you know, after you sign it, like the work still has to get done. So I think that's the other art of the A&R, which is like, we're like the middleman between the label and the labels or the artists that we sign, and making sure that everyone's excited. And, you know, when we do go to the studio and we feel like we walk out with a hit, presenting that to everyone and, you know, just keeping everyone excited about it.